Hello and welcome to the Saturday edition of the Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 9 races at Belmont on Saturday. It's finally Stakes Day. We're expecting a sunny day, 21 degrees Celsius the top. I think the track will be a good 4 and the rail, it will certainly be at 6 metres. Race number 1 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 3 minutes past 12. It's the Tab Touch West Speed Platinum Maiden over 1,000 metres. And in replay, we're going to go to the Goldfields and the last start of BOSNIPP.
Well back with Astrolander, heads the remainder. They balance up now, 250 metres left to go. Rosie Capilla goes up to first strike. BOSNIPP's under the whip behind them. They were followed then by Redwood Ransom getting a go on. It's Rosie Capilla, the outside first strike, the inside. Rosie Capilla just in front on the outside, and Rosie Capilla breaks through today, wins it from first.
There's a saying in racing, you should always forgive a decent horse one bad performance, and that's what I'm going to do here in race number 1. Number 6, BOSNIPP, was disappointing in that Kalgoorlie maiden. Went round at $1.60, but plenty of things went wrong, including being pretty fractious in the gates. That was the only run this horse had for Peter Fernie. It's now back in the care of Justin Warwick. Lucy Warwick, she stays aboard. I think the form out of BOSNIPP's previous runs and certainly the trials as well when beating Cliffs of Comfort would suggest that BOSNIPP's got some ability and goes on top here. The favourite, or the likely favourite, is number 1 At War for Trevor Andrews and CJP. Gate number 1 here, Winkers Off, has been gelded as well, this horse. His form is certainly good enough to be winning a race such as this and goes in for second. Then we have number 4, Northwood. I think there's a bit of a gap there. This is Mitchell Pateman and Luke Fernie's horse. They raced at Northern last time out with Kira Yule in the saddle, was beaten a length by Star Trade. I think that might be a little bit below the form of the top 2 here. And then number 3, Petite FEMME, has had plenty of chances in these type of races. 6 starts, 4 minor placings. He's 2 lengths behind NERODIO. That form is certainly okay. Not so sure about the form behind Foxwood, however, 2 starts ago. Race number 1 at Belmont. Top selection is number 6, BOSNIPP, to beat 1 At War, 4 Northwood and 3 Petite FEMME. Race number 2 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 12:43. It's the free entry to Belmont Park Plate over 1,600 metres for the 3-year-olds. In replay, we're going to go back to the 19th of August and the debut of Flying Ava.
Coming into the home corner, he eyes up the cutaway. Popcorn Tender comes to the middle, followed further back by Magic of Zeus, and further back is Speedbird, who's running on. Well, on the outside, Castillo Delago had gained the lead. Ginger Green taking a long time to hit Overdriver. Castillo Delago from Ginger Green, and Speedbird is coming right down the outside. Speedbird's got them all, and Speedbird goes on to score an upset win. Speedbird.
I think we're going to get a decent price about Flying Ava in the second race on Saturday. Just the 1 start, was beaten 6 lengths by Speedbird. It was a Wednesday race, but the rating out of it was pretty good. And if you're looking at small yards in WA that are going really, really well at the moment, well, Graham Ballantyne's is certainly one of them. The combination with Jason Whiting has been churning out winner after winner, including on Saturdays. And in a race where I'm not particularly keen on most of the gallopers, I'm willing to take a little bit of a spec here on number 9, Flying Ava. Goes on top. I think the favourite's probably going to be number 1, Surveillance, for Jim Taylor and Jason Brown. Jason jumps back aboard this horse. He's back in the saddle now after that long period off. Gate number 5 here has the blinkers on. You know, if you go back to its 2-year-old form, it ran in the Magic Millions race and placed in that event. I'm not sure really about the quality of some of those contests as a juvenile. Probably screaming out for the 1,600 metres, but might go around too short for my liking. Number 6 is Regal Dividend. Now, Neville Parnham elected to scratch his horse on Wednesday to come here. So obviously he got up on Wednesday morning, saw the fields and thought, this is a pretty weak race, and I have to agree with you, Neville. Certainly could have a chance here, Regal Dividend's a last start winner with Lactar Romilly in the saddle. And then number 8, Under the Radar. The winkers go on for Darren McAuliffe and Jade McNaught. Stables in form. Only Adam Durant has trained more Metro winners than Darren this season. And a decent gate here, and Jade keeps the ride. Top selection in race number 2, going a little bit wide. Number 9, Flying Ava, to beat 1 Surveillance, 6 Regal Dividend and 8 Under the Radar. Race number 3 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 1:19. It's the Old Mate Sports Bar and Eatery Handicap over the mile. It's a 72+ handicap. And in replay, look away punters. Here's the last star performance of Leading Girl.
Track Aconite is just off them and getting into the clear now as they straighten up. Lonsdale Lady has got the lead from Sharp Bob. Comfort Me's bolting, needs a run, gets out now. Aconite leading girl down the outside, then Strike Force. Comfort Me has raced up with Aconite. Leading girl is down the outside with a good run. Comfort Me, Aconite leading girl. Comfort Me just in front though from Aconite. Comfort Me hanging on and won. Comfort Me has won from...
Leading Girl has gone down as an odds-on favourite on each of her last two appearances. Has actually been placed in all three starts this campaign, but you look at the form, it's behind NERODIO, who are like later on the card, Lonsdale Lady, who is a listed winner, and Comfort Me, who the connections of that horse have certainly got an opinion of. Small field here, 1,600 metres. I don't think there's really that many dangers. In fact, I've really only got one horse marked as a danger. Leading Girl surely makes it win number 4 from 10 starts on Saturday. Goes on top. From number 2, Mrs. Brown's Buy. Now, this horse always seems to go around over the odds. I don't think that will be the case on Saturday. 8 wins from 46 starts, another 15 minor placings. A mile is certainly right up his alley. 4 wins of those 8 have been over the metric mile. Third last start behind Massimo, who's going to go around favourite in the feature race. Prior to that, beat Wrinkly in a 78 plus. Can certainly win without surprising. He's clearly the main and possibly only danger. Number 3 is Red Publisher, comes out the free trade race, the Idyllic Prince, a couple of weeks ago. Prior to that was behind War God and Wrinkly. Gets a claim here for Maddie Derrick, who rode the horse 2 starts ago, and a nice gate. And then number 4, Strike Force, hasn't won for nearly 300 days, this horse now. Seems to be getting closer and closer, but was beaten a fair way by Comfort Me last start, and on the line through Comfort Me, you'd have to be with Leading Girl. Top selection in race number 3, very confident. Number 6, Leading Girl. Lead 2, Mrs. Brown's Boy, 3, Red Publisher, and 4, Strike Force. Race number 4 at Belmont on Saturday is the main event. It is the Hahn Superdry Farnley Stakes listed race over the 1,400 metres. It's attracted a small field of 6. We're going to have a look at number 4, PYM'S Royale, in replay.
Into the straight though, and he's kicked well clear. Saracino led past the 300 by 6. Here comes Free Trade setting after him with Multiverse. McGruddy sits down to go to work on Saracino inside the 200. Saracino still with a big lead. 100 left to go, clear of Multiverse. Free Trade can't go on. PYM'S Royale jumping out of the grain. Saracino's in front though. Saracino, PYM'S Royale diving with Multiverse. Saracino.
6 runners, 2 chances for mine. I'm going to go with the outsider of those 2 in number 4, PYM'S Royale. You had to really like the performance in the Belmont Newmarket behind Saracino. Was only beaten a quarter of a length behind that high rating winner. That was over the 1,200 metres on a soft track. I think getting back onto a good surface is a tick. I think 1,400 metres might suit this horse a little bit better. Closing sectionals out of that race by PYM'S Royale were very, very good. I don't think he'll be stopping over the 7 furlongs, and I think he represents better value than the favourite. The favourite is going to be number 2, Massimo, from gate number 1 for Adam Durant and Clint Johnston Porter. Has won 2 in a row, 3 of his last 4. They've been in similar races to this, beating Western Temple both times, and Western Temple has franked that form in the Goldfields. Query for mine is, what is Massimo's best trip? Is it 1,200? Is it 1,400? He's won up to 1,650. Personally, I think it's probably 1,200. And therefore I'm willing to bet around him here a little bit at the odds on, but he's clearly a massive chance of winning, and he'll be ahead of PYM'S Royale in the run. Number 1 is Great Shot. Now, he was very disappointing in the Idyllic Prince. Maybe he just wasn't quite ready. Reece Radford in the pre-race interview indicated as much. He's the class galloper here. It's a quality handicap. He could certainly go well, even with the 62 kilos. And I struggled to find a horse for 4th. I put in number 6, DARDY. I didn't mind the run behind Money Matters. Gate number 4 here, 1,000 up to 1,400 metres. A bit like Massimo, not really sure what his best trip is. Top selection in race number 4 is number 4, PYM'S Royale, to beat 2 Massimo, 1 Great Shot, and 6 DARDY. Race number 5 at Belmont on Saturday. We'll jump at 2:38. It will be the Amelia Park Plate over the 1,000 metres for the 3-year-olds. Cracking contest this, and this is a cracking trial by Brooklyn PIER.
Taken out wider as they corner, and then Ted coming through in the centre, and down on the inside is Oyhana to the outside, running on Oceans 15 at the 250. Brooklyn PIER nicely clear. Express Time the Grey is coming on the outside, and back behind them Prevailing Winds, and down the outside is Oceans 15, and battling away is Ted, but it is all Brooklyn PIER. It's going to bolt in over Oceans 15, and Brooklyn PIER won it.
3 really good contenders in this race. Ended up not being able to get away from the trial of number 1, Brooklyn PIER. Gate number 1 on Saturday, beat Ocean's 15 in the trial by 5.9 lengths. Led all of the way, will attempt to do that on Saturday, although Madame Tourio is certainly going to be there or thereabouts on the speed. This horse has been gelded since his last preparation, was really good on debut, beat Madame Tourio and others by quite some distance, then lost his way a little bit. If he's refound his way, he's got plenty of potential, and I think he might be the one to beat. Goes on top. From number 2, Madame Tourio, dry track tick, 1,000 metres tick, decent gate, well, maybe 6 of 8's not the end of the world. Chris Parnham sticks here. She's very fast. I'm just not convinced necessarily she's got the same scope as Brooklyn PIER and perhaps Friday Night, so only in for the minors. Then number 4, Friday Night. Now this horse has been the talk of the trials over the last few weeks. Has had 3 trials, 2 of them recently, won all 3 trials, beat Amelia's Latoy in the most recent of those, has drawn 7 of 8. He certainly is a galloper with a future. The winkers go on as well. I just prefer the race form of Brooklyn PIER and Madame Tourio. And then a bit of a gap to number 6, Just a Pinch. 2 horses going around in the colours of Wally Daly. I think this is the pick of those, with Idanaki riding in gate number 4. Top selection in race number 5, fascinating contest. This number 1, Brooklyn PIER to beat 2, Madame Tourio, 4, Friday Night, and 6, Just a Pinch. Race number 6 at Belmont on Saturday. We'll jump at 3:20. The first leg of the main quaddie is the Ascend Sales Trophies handicap over 1,200 metres. And in replay, ripper of a performance, this the win of NERODIO.
Of comforters being worked on by Joey as a party. Back in behind those. Silken Eyes further back in the field. NERODIO starts its run. Moulton comes out after We've Got Dreams. We've Got Dreams lays the ears back. Kicks away though. We've Got Dreams in front with NERODIO down the outside and Silken Eyes. It's coming through in the middle. NERODIO, Silken Eyes have come together. NERODIO beats Silken.
I was in the camp of NERODIO last start, in spite of it being over 1,000 metres. So were the punters. This horse went off at $4. It was not as fast run as I think most people thought it was going to be, but in spite of that, NERODIO still ran over the top of them. Horse in form, 1,200 metres is definitely this horse's best trip. Central gate, jockey in form. What is there not to like? I think it's one of the better bets on the card. Goes on top. From number 7, Spilling Over, comes out of that same race, was beaten 2 lengths that day, was running on pretty strongly as well. Another one that's going to be suited up to the 1,200 metres. May get closer to NERODIO, but I still think that NERODIO is going to win again. Number 9 is Mia Dolce. Now this horse was really good 2 starts ago over the 1,200 metres when beaten just a length and a bit by Klims of Comfort. Also comes out of the replay race we just saw, beaten 4 lengths, but that was over the 1,000 metres. I think this horse is better suited over the 1,200. Gets a claim here with Chloe as a party reuniting with the horse. 53 kilos, can certainly be on speed as well. Didn't really get away all that well last time out. And then number 8, Why Choose Her. I think there's a ceiling on this horse. Last time out, I think we saw it a length and a half behind NERODIO. I don't think she's any better than that, but certainly on that performance, goes in the minors. Top selection in race number 6 is number 5, NERODIO to beat 7, Spilling Over, 9, Mia Dolce, and 8, Why Choose Her. Race number 7 at Belmont on Saturday. We'll jump at 3:55. It's the Glenroy Chaff handicap over the 1,300 metres. And in replay, let's have a look at this last start win of Rationale.
Now making its move. Rationale back on the inside. Then Abbey Lane, followed by Denim Pack. Big Shot Paddy coming to the outside. At the 250, Super Terratoa, the leader from Pepe Jack. A run coming for Rationale. Super Terratoa in front. Rationale picking it up though. Rationale goes to Super Terratoa. Rationale, Super Terratoa. Head bobbing go. All they've hit it, Rationale.
Rationale is a horse I want to keep on the right side of. 4 starts, 3 wins. Really impressive first up win off what was a very long break of more than 400 days. Then took it to a Saturday graduation, same grade we'll see on Saturday, and beat Super Terratoa, who's also in this race. Progressive, always got to keep on the right side of these horses. Harrison's Yard's in form, goes on top. From number 5, Super Terratoa. Now we saw this horse in the replay race. Almost held on to beat Rationale. Gets a kilo and a half weight swing for that, but I just think this horse, Rationale, is progressive, and Super Terratoa, whilst it will certainly be there or thereabouts, even from the wide gate, just goes in for second. Interesting runner is number 6, Tycoon Storm. Now, it's had 7 starts, 4 wins, but all of them have been outside the metropolitan area, so there are some queries around that form. I've always got queries about the Magic Millions form being a restricted race. It was only beaten 2.5 lengths by Cryptic Wonder, but sometimes those form races just don't simply work out. And then number 7, Point Taken, has won in this grade, and it was last start first up, beating Grand Design. But on paper, I think this is a much stronger contest than the one that Point Taken won last start, and has gone up obviously in the ratings as well. Top selection in race number 7 is number 8, RATION, to beat 5, Super Terratoa, 6, Tycoon Storm, and 7, Point Taken. Race number 8 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 4:30. It's worth sticking around for. It's clearly the best race on the card. It's the budget car and truck rental handicap over the 1,000 metres at 66 plus level. You're not going to see many better 66 plus races than this one. In replay, we're going to go back to July and the win of Long Beach.
Round the point, kicking through close towards the inside. Amelia's on fire round the point. They've kicked away from Cranbourne down the outside. Starting its run is Long Beach. Amelia's on fire though, hits the lead. Going to the 175 round the point, rallying. And now down the outside, Danny George with Long Beach as well. Amelia's on fire, Long Beach, Danny George. Then wide out, Silken Eyes. Long Beach though hits the front, and Long Beach gives Pike his 5th.
This is a race that's going to divide opinions. I ended up with number 2, Long Beach, mainly because I think this is going to be very fast run for 1,000 metres. The horse has won over 1,000 metres before. I do think he's probably better suited over the 1,200 metres. It reappears here without a trial. He's had 56 days off. His peak performance 2 starts ago when beating NERODIO was absolutely outstanding. That form has been franked time and time again by NERODIO. I'm just going to go with my gut here, and number 2, Long Beach, goes on top. From number 5, which is This All Test Year, will probably start favourite, is drawn 10 of 10. Be interesting to see whether they try to lead here or try to take a seat. This horse, unexposed, just not absolutely sold on the potential just yet. I don't think beating Weapon Son by 2.5 lengths, albeit getting a pat down the straight, is necessarily the best form here. I think that Long Beach brings that to the party. Can certainly win without surprising, and Saturday is a big examination. The other really big chance in this race is number 1, Condor Heroes. 2 from 2 in Western Australia, but he led both of those races. Does he lead on Saturday? I suppose he probably does from gate number 4, but it'd be interesting to see what they do with this or tester from the outside gate. And then a horse similar to Long Beach is number 3, Silken Eyes. Now this horse will certainly appreciate a fast run, 1,000 metres. Did beat all by NERODIO last time out when the tempo wasn't as fast as I thought it should have been, and probably what they thought it was going to be. Top selection in race number 8, Cracker. Number 2, Long Beach, to beat 5, This Will Test Ya, 1, Condor Heroes, and 3, Silken Eyes. Race number 9 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 5:10. It's the Crown Towers handicap over 1,600 metres, and in replay. Let's go back to the 2nd of September and the midweek win of Moderator.
Worked on hard by Pateman, right back there in the field. Into the straight, looks like Magic, was quickly taken on and headed by Kentucky Love. Here comes Combat Ready, Artie's Boy, and down the outside, Divine Quest as well. Great Waters struggling at the moment. Moderator's joining in also with a well-timed run. It's Moderator nearing the 100, racing up with Divine Quest to head off Artie's Boy. Moderator's the leader, Divine Quest fighting back, but Moderator's too good. Moderator won the last over Divine Quest.
And what is clearly the best race on the card, so the most competitive race on the card, ended up here with number 6, Moderator. Another last time this horse went round in a Saturday race, he finished 10th of 14 and was beaten nearly 10 lengths by Bonneville Black, but that was over the 2,100 metres. Since then, Brock Luthwaite has brought this horse back in trip to 1,600 and 1,650 metres. Last start was 1,650, beat Divine Quest in a Wednesday Class 3. I just think at the price, I think this horse might go around a little bit too big. The gate will certainly help with the price as well. Goes on top. From number 3, Inflation. Now this horse is drawn gate number 1. He's almost certainly going to be a leader here, but certainly appears to lack a turn of speed in the straight. So a lot will depend on how aggressive Mitchell Pateman rides this horse. Hopefully, from his perspective, I hope they ride this horse aggressively and try to make it a genuinely run contest. The other concern I've got about Inflation is, for some unknown reason, this horse seems to go around under the odds every time it goes around. It went around $1.85 last start, $2.90 the start before that. He's always under the prices. Number 2 is Big Shot Paddy. Now this horse was fast late and all bar rationale when he resumed off nearly 300 days off last time out. Probably is a major danger from gate number 4 for John Reynolds and Troy Turner. And then number 10, ARTIE'S, was held up at the top of the straight last time out before finishing 2 lengths behind Moderator in the replay race. Top selection in race number 9, plenty you could consider here. I'm with number 6, Moderator, to beat 3, Inflation, 2, Big Shot Paddy, and 10, ARTIE'S. It's now time to nominate my best bets on the Belmont card. Very keen race number 3 here, number 6 Leading Girl. I think it will be her day. And in race number 6, number 5, not jumping off NERODIO anytime soon. It's easy to stay up to date with everything that's happening at Perth Racing. You can log onto our website or you can follow us on one of our social media channels. Until next time, bye for now.